This young lady told a very disgusting story that happened to her. This young lady talked about how she met a teacher that was her substitute that actually became one of the teachers, I think a semester or a year later, something like that. And she wanted to pass her class. She wanted to pass the class that she does not so well in, that she's not good in, math. And to her to pass that class, instead of studying, instead of reading the book and like, she allegedly slept with the math teacher. If this is true, if it's true, to the math teacher, you're the most disgusting human being. Preying on the young girl, especially if this is true, as you had her sit when they would go to lunch, and you would get her to sit with you in lunch, and you giving her bread, you giving her a few dollars here and there, and then you have later on, you had allegedly had sexual relationship with this young girl. And the more we progress in the world, some things will never change. And one of the things that doesn't change is that some teachers would prey on young students. People that do crime in their early 20s, maybe late 20s, maybe even 30s, getting with these high school girls and kind of setting them up for the future of maybe being a single mother, or maybe ruin her life and having to build her life from scratch. And to do this for a grade and a few dollars, it's disgusting. It's disgusting that a grown man hollering at his student this happens in every single era. It's just more highlighted in this particular era because of social media, and now the victim, because she's a victim, and I don't even think she knows she's a victim, telling her story. Telling the story of a grown man taking advantage and using his authority and using his access of a good grade so she can graduate high school to have relations with her. You the worst type. You the worst type of person. And if it's true, you should be fired. You shouldn't be able to teach it. I don't care how good of a teacher that you are. That's just not right. It's very sickening that you'll allegedly go after this young girl, this young student. The Bible says do not judge. But something in this behavior, something that allegedly happened in this magnitude deserves to be judged and deserves to be highlighted in this particular culture. This isn't about black, this isn't about white, this isn't about Asian, this is about Hispanic. This is a world problem. This is a world problem. But a lot of the pedos that's been coming out were women. And talking about there's women that holler at young boys in middle school, high school. They get caught, they get sentenced for a year or 3 or something like that, and get to continue with moving on and do their time and get to live in society however they see fit. And the school system is failing if these type of teachers are continuously led in the door. And I can see why a parent would choose their child to be homeschooled. I see it. And this is just wrong. It sucks. I'm not mad at the young woman, the young lady telling her story, because this is a type of story that has to come out. It has to be revealed. So maybe her being a victim, even though she doesn't know it, can save somebody else, or make more parents aware of this what's going on in the school system under school hours. And if it's true, dude should be locked up. The young lady should be prayed for. And hopefully this type of thing will never happen again. But, probably most likely something like that will happen again. But it's always good to be aware. And the awareness is very important. And to the victim, you shouldn't want it this way. You shouldn't want the greed or a couple dollars that you're gonna blow, that you're gonna spend just to cause yourself more pain and suffering later on. Make you have anxiety of not being able to trust men in general. Not just that man. Men in general. And the person, if this is true, hopefully isn't true. I'm hoping it's just a story. I'm hoping it's just a young person just talking, and it didn't happen. But if it did, the person should be, because she looks like she's still in high school, the person should be easy to find. But what do y'all think, man? It's your boy J God. Like, comment, subscribe. Red button on the right side. My closing statement. Let's own